Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. It's Scholomance and it's Beast Week, and it's actually the first time that we have a Beast Week in Scholomance. So Anub'arak, I've already covered Anub'arak before, because Undead Week has happened in Scholomance, but Murk-Eye, Hogger and Charlga have never done Scholomance before. Luckily Scholomance is the easiest dungeon and one single army is going to be enough for all of this. They have the army slots too, so just put them in a little bit different places and one army, and this one is really easy. And this is the army, so this is for Charlga. So I have Chimera with Corrosive Breath, that deals a lot of poison damage, and then I have Harpies with Infectious Claws, more poison damage. Then I have a couple of unbound tanks. I have Quillbore with Bramble Burst, who can also renew poison stacks, so if poison stacks should fall off, but they really won't in this one. And then I have Earth Elemental with Obsidian Shard. I have an Executed Bloodthirst, so I can also give these Bloodlust if needed. And then I have Battlings. The ideal talent for these would be Soundbite. Here I don't have Soundbite on this account, but Soundbite would be good, especially for the first boss, because the first boss has vultures, and if you just feed it Battlings, then that can go south. Although of course you can have Chimera that can just wrap up all of the vultures. But anyway, the plan is quite simple. We're going to use Poison Flyers, we're going to use Unbound Tanks, and that's going to kill all of the bosses in Scholomance. We go through mid on Jandice, then we go through the right side for Rattlegore, and then we go through the left side for Gandling. So that's pretty much it. Those are the optimal positions to take, and let's go take a look at what this looks like in action. So first up we have Charlga. Here we go right through the mid. We're going to distract the tower a little bit, and here I actually decided, hey, I have Charlga and Charlga can disable towers. So look at that, tower is not even shooting back. Getting Chimera out early is fairly important, because if there happen to be vultures or something, then Chimera just kills all of those. Here it's ideal if you can distract this one a little bit so that your Harpies won't die, and then have another unbound tank for the main boss. Here, well, this one didn't go exactly perfectly, but overall quite alright. Quillbore is the best tank for the boss because the boss deals elemental damage. I'm sending some reinforcements. Sometimes there's something like a meat wagon coming at your base and you kind of have to go kill that because it might win the race, but overall it's just boom. And next up is Rattlegore. We want to take the right lane. Right lane has the most gold available. So if we can drop a miner, that's also good. We just want to get to mining as well. And here I have a chance to drop that miner. The flyers are on the way. And next up what I want is I want to turn Rattlegore around so that it doesn't hurt my flyers. I should play it already. Play. I was a little late. Yeah, as you can see, Rattlegore got a hit in, so if my Harpies were a couple of levels slower, that would have been a problem, but with proper timing it would not have been an issue at all. And then we just watch Rattlegore die. I'm checking up that everything is fine at the base, and everything is fine at the base, and Rattlegore's dead. And one more time, Darkmaster Gandling, going through the left, because the right side has the worst teleportation package, because then there's a lot of stuff coming at you. So if you want to get teleported, you want to get teleported from the left side. I grabbed the meeting stone early. Sometimes otherwise there's going to be stuff played at the meeting stone, which can get a little bit awkward. Then just sending out the flyers, sending out some tanks, checking up a little bit on the base, because like there could be meat wagons, Worgen, skeletons. There's some things that could potentially threaten your base. I'm thinking if I need to, but actually the Earth Elemental is going to be fine. Out there it's going to grab the chest for me. Or not. It just won't even get broken. Here I may need to do something about that meat wagon. Just try not to get your base killed by anything silly. And here we go. Get some bloodlust out there, and well, that was already Scholomance with Charlga. In the exact same army, going in with Hogger. So I have the Chimera here, that's really nice. Chimera is the bestest one here, because in case there are those vultures or something, then Chimera just handles them all. If the Battlings have Soundbite, then they're also good, but without Soundbite they're a little lackluster. Anyway, here we go, send some more stuff. Is there anything too serious coming? No, I don't think so. I can get my tank out there, and then the resistant tank behind Jandice, and that was the story. Jandice is going to die. That defense is completely unnecessary. I could have just used an execute. I could have just used an execute to get the kill faster. But anyway, boom. That's how it goes. Then Rattlegore with this Hogger army, again going through the right side here. Deciding to drop something out there a little bit. We get the Chimera. Chimera is really, really sweet. And I will be able to take the stone, and I will also be able to mine a little bit. Now there are some vultures coming. So, but luckily I have the Chimera, because Chimera kills all the vultures. Zap, 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 zap. They're all dead. 20 bounces on the chain lightning effect, so vultures will just die. Alright, let's get some stuff out there. Then remember to turn the Rattlegore around. This time timing was impeccable. Rattlegore turned around at the last moment, and then getting everything out there and getting them bloodlust, and then Rattlegore is going to die. Boom. Then we have Darkmaster Gandling left with Hogger. So here we go again, send out some flyers, grab the stone if I can. And now some stuff is coming from the other side. And I don't really want to go through that side because I don't want to get teleported there. So I'm waiting until they're closer to my base. And then I'm dropping my minis on the left side, so left deployment zone. So they're so close that they will aggro. So they're going to fight, and then they're going to fly left. And that's exactly what I want. And here we go, 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 go. I should drop the quill boar. Yeah, I think dropping the quill boar there would have been appropriate, because now now we're going to lose the Chimera there. But we should have enough poison going in. Yes, we didn't lose the poison stack, so this Darkmaster is gone. Let's do this one more time with Murk-Eye. Although I don't really have to use Murk-Eye's abilities, I could send Murlocs up the mid if I really wanted to. Especially if I had Murk-Eye in my opening hand. Yeah, that's an option, you could do that. And here we had some vultures coming, but vultures totally fine, as long as we have the Chimera. So Chimera handling those. I'm trying to save the harpies, but I may have run out of unbound tanks, so that's a bit of a problem. Wasn't completely ideal, this thing here, because now there's a chance that I end up losing my push, and I may need to have to push again. Doesn't happen always, but I misevaluated there a little bit, and I ran out of unbound tanks, so I couldn't tank Jandice properly. Either way, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine. You just have to send another push. And here we go. Getting ready to send a tank behind Jandice, right before Jandice would commit to attacking the Chimera. And Chimera first because it's slower, and I can always set Harpies later, and Harpies are fast and they can really catch up. Check if there's anything important going defensively. Nothing too important, no. I have plenty of time, I will win the race easily, and boom. That's Jandice. And then we'll do Rattlegore, right side again. This time I have Murk-Eye in my opening hand. You don't really want to play Murk-Eye here, unless you have Tip of the Spear, by the way. Tip of the Spear, you could do it. I should probably equip Tip of the Spear, actually, for this dungeon. Because Tip of the Spear, and then I could have all those Murlocs also go up the right lane, which would be really sweet. Because now they're going up the mid, which is kind of useless. Because then they're just proccing a lot of graves, and potentially even causing problems for me. Element a little bit too late, but it should not be a problem. I can still bloodlust some harpies, and they should all be good. We have some of those Murlocs coming, but yeah, boom. And one more time with the feel against Darkmaster. Sending out my Chimera, dropping something to grab the stone. Then I need to see, okay, if there's some serious unbounds coming at my base, if there's some serious stuff coming from the right side. If there isn't, then we just keep pushing through the left. And now I would need to drop another tank so that Gandling would be stopped. Yeah, I took my sweet time there, and I allowed Gandling to come in and get that portal out there. So yeah, it's a little bit late. Now my stuff got portaled, which wasn't ideal. It's still going to be fine. So here we go, here we go. A little bit of Earth Elemental out there. Harpies with no tank, they're not a problem, the base can handle them. If they had a tank, then I would have to react to the Harpies, because the Harpies could just kill the base. They do deal quite a lot of damage, actually. Okay, if I had a lower level base, I would have had to react even to a single group of Harpies. Which is also why I don't like to push through the right side, because right side gives the boss free Harpies with the teleportation. But anyway, it's over. Boom. Gandling is dead. So that was Scholomance with beasts. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.